Well, good morning everybody. This is Dear Mama Sal on a very interesting looking morning. Bill, if you're listening to this, just wanted to let you know that it is very strange looking cloud. It's high, but it's yeah, I am not quite sure how you describe that. Let me think, what can I... It's like a blanket of snow up there, not thick, sort of almost pebbly. I'd have to say it looks like pebbles on the beach almost. Really strange looking stuff. It's 7 degrees here in southern British Columbia, which would equate to 44, so we're definitely warm already. And I know I'm not wearing a coat, so it'll probably going to pee with rain. But I've got Carly's umbrella with me. It's always going to be called Carly's umbrella. So I'm quite happy. So how was your day? How was your night? How was your whatever it was when you're listening to this one? First of all, you will see I am doing the top of the morning St. Patrick's Day thing today, wearing green. It's the one day that the colour I wear sort of matches my eyes, not very often. Actually, I do wear green fairly often. So I am sure it's going to be a fun day. Unfortunately, my boss, my one boss who is Irish, is away, which is very unfortunate because normally it's made twice as much fun by the fact that he is around. Now, I'm wondering how much Irish you've got in you, peeps. I know I've got quite a large amount of Irish in me. I think as much as a quarter, which, you know, is a fair amount. I'd like to think, you know, that I get my good qualities from the Irish. My incredible sense of humour and stunning good looks. And perhaps most of all, my ability to laugh at myself. But I know there are a lot of you out there that have got a lot more Irish in you than I have. So I hope you all, by the time you hear this, I hope you all had a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. And may the wind always be at your back, as they say. So I'm driving around, and I don't know if you can see it sort of in the peripheral vision of this, but there really are some really pretty trees now starting up. You know, we've got quite a lot of blossom going on. There's something about cherry blossom that's really pretty, but we've got all sorts of blossom. We've got yellows and pinks and whites, and definitely spring is on the way. Now, I hear that we're going to start rain again, and I heard, I don't know what's happening on the eastern side of the country, but I heard that we are expecting another cold blast towards the end of the week, which will be probably starting tomorrow with my luck. But coming with the rain, I don't like the sound of that. Somehow or other, I always equate the fact that it's normally cold when we've got clear skies, not cold when we've got rain. So I don't know why cold and precipitation adds up to white fluffy stuff to me, but I know we're not going to get that. They haven't mentioned that stuff yet. I don't think I could handle that. Well, I could handle whatever, but it's just like, ugh. So I've been having such fun. I am so excited because I've heard I'm definitely going to Vidcon, and that's, I cannot tell you how excited that makes me. It's like, you remember what Benji said about, you know, being a YouTuber, you know, is really good for my brain, if you can find it. But, you know, it's like the excitement of doing something like Vidcon in my lifetime, I think is amazing experience. Now, I've been to LA before, and I don't know how I will handle the crowds, because, you know, Vidcon's pretty packed. But the good news is it's going to be an experience that I've never had, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm going to obviously meet a whole lot of people that I probably would never meet any other way, and that to me is very, very exciting, to meet. Now I'm hoping that I'm not sure how they do it there, but boy, I remember with the Seattle one, I felt so sorry for the people who were standing in line for like 4 hours to meet a famous person. You know, I mean, I felt sorry both for the people standing in line and for the famous person at the end of the line, because I want to tell you from my experience, you know, standing you know, that's takes quite a bit out of you. So anyway, it's going to be fun. I'm particularly amused because I haven't taken vacation. I haven't taken a vacation in the longest time. I mean, probably. And now I'm taking 2 one-week vacations. One to go down to Vegas, bucket list, and one to go do Vidcon. So this is going to be quite the year. And if I'm lucky, it will energize my life rather than exhaust my life. Do you know what I mean? I think it's really important to have things to look forward to. I want to discuss something that happened on the broadcasts recently. It is our belief that we got played by a viewer. Just for the amusement of being able to do so. And for any of you who have been duped, been betrayed, you will know that doesn't feel good. How anybody can get their jollies out of manipulating kind-hearted people is something beyond my understanding. And the lesson that I want to bring to everybody that was involved or may be involved in it in the future, because we're all going to get betrayed or, you know, have people play tricks on us in our lifetime. The advice that I have is remember the movie stars. And I say remember the movie stars because almost every day of their life, if not every single day of their life, somebody is doing something, telling lies about them, manipulating them, doing whatever. It's part of the territory. And so, whilst we do everything we can to keep ourselves safe and away from these sort of people, unfortunately, we can't always do that. And so the lesson that I learned is from being a performer. And that is, don't always read the press. You know, because if you read the press, you're going to get depressed, literally. Get it? Depressed. Yeah. So the reason you're going to get depressed is because sensation is what feeds a lot of people. Sensation. Now, the interesting thing about the Dear Mama Sal peeps is that they actually have joined the Dear Mama Sal network for quite the opposite, I'd like to believe, or 99.9% of them have, for peace rather than drama. And so when somebody comes along and turns our peace and kindness into drama and hate, that makes me angry, sure. Sure, it makes me angry. But you know something? It is what it is. I feel very sorry for the people doing it because they obviously are, very sick puppies. Because nobody in their right mind does that sort of stuff. No adult in their right mind does that sort of stuff. Yeah, that's childish behavior. That's things you expect from a teenager, not from, or a young teenager even. You don't expect this from adults. So I refuse point blank to, once that reality was shown up, I just refuse to let it spoil my life from that point onwards. And, you literally have to make that decision. I'm not going to let this spoil my life. And so I look at it and you go, this is very sad, and I'm sure that, excuse me a second, I'm sure that we're all going to experience these things in our life at some time. And I honestly believe that if I'm going to be a YouTuber, if I'm going to be who I am on YouTube, then I'm going to hit these people every now and then. Yeah, they're going to be in my life. And if I don't want that, then I need to get off being a YouTuber. It comes with the territory. So I think that a lot of viewers, especially the broadcast viewers who have experienced this, will understand what I'm saying when you go, the first time it happens to you, it hits you really hard. Because it's a betrayal. And those of you who can remember the first time anybody betrayed you, it hurts, it rips at your soul big time. The second time, it still upsets you, but it's different. It still hurts big time. And unfortunately for those people who've been betrayed a number of times in their lives, two things happen. Number one is you start to put up a different defense system against it. And secondly, when it does happen, you're not surprised. And when I say you're not surprised, oops. And when I say I'm not surprised, it's just like, if I didn't expect it, I would be less realistic. So here's the lesson. Think of the movie stars. What do? They try not to buy into all the press, because if they did, they'd be totally depressed. They wouldn't be able to do their jobs. They keep themselves as secure as they can, knowing that they will never be totally secure. And also know that okay, I want to tell you There is a lady trying to cross the road, and she is taking the tiniest steps you've ever seen. And even though the lights have changed, I'm giving her time to cross because I don't want the guy behind me to not see her. Anyway, so this goes under the general category of life sucks sometimes. People suck sometimes, you know what I mean? But get the filters up, get the protection up in your brain and go, hey, I'm aware of what happened, I know what happened, I don't like it, but I will not allow them to destroy my day. And there again you go into, it is a form of terrorism. Right? They want to terrorize you because they want you to feel unsafe. They want you to feel vulnerable. They want you to feel all these things. And we are all vulnerable every day. I mean, if I look down my street, do I really know who lives on my street? And the reason I say that, I remember one time noticing a car that was parked right on my part of the road, if you like, and I was about to go there and ask them to move because they seemed to be there an awful lot. And about the time I was going to ask them what the heck they were doing, I found out that this was a sting operation. And the people in the car were the cops, plainclothes cops. And so, you know, you can imagine Sal going up there going, "Excuse me, could you get off my driveway, please?" Well, they went on my driveway, but they... you can imagine me, right? Hello, what are you doing? It's on a need-to-know basis, ma'am. Yeah, well, I need to know. Yeah, I don't know, I can see that visual. So, you know, we never really know. We never know the people we work with. I mean, I had somebody that I worked with 10 years ago who, you know, got into some trouble, and we all know people who've got into trouble, and, you know, I did what I could to help, of course. Only to find out that she had been gambling during office hours and had gambled away everything, including the rent money, every month, and that was why she was in such a situation. And then she proceeded to steal as well. Now, you wouldn't have thought that that person, if you met her, you'd never think that was what this person would do. And part of me was very angry. And as I said, part of me felt very sorry for her. Because that's when your life is out of control, when you do those sort of things. And so, as I look at it all, I go, keep control of your own life. When I say keep control of your own life, give these things that happen a little bit of space, because they deserve space. We need to look at them. But do not give them too much. And also weigh up the real risks as opposed to the possible risks. Don't go awfulizing. Remember, we had that discussion some while ago about how we awfulize things. We make them far worse than they really are. So be aware, be very conscious of all around you, but don't go awfulizing everything. It's one of those things, unfortunately. I'm hoping you have a wonderful day, because I'm hoping you're making a wonderful day. Oh, that's such a pretty color. Rhododendrons beginning to come out now, for those of you who are gardeners. Very pretty. Or azaleas. Which comes first? I think maybe the azalea. Alright. I want to thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. As I said, hope you had a wonderful Paddy's Day, and may you have many, many more. Bye-bye for now.